Welcome back, everyone. So this is our segment. This is the Lagos State Internal Revenue segment where we will be dealing with everything taxes because we need to pay our taxes. The idea is to break down the tax law so we can know what it truly means because taxation is not difficult. Today with us is Dr. Folasade Koka, who is the Director, Informal Sector and Special Duties of LIRS. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Good day, everyone.
So, tell us, first of all, what's the Informal Sector and Special Duties Unit about?
Okay. It's nice to be here. Good day, everyone, again. And thanks for having us on this show.
Yes.
So the Informal Sector and Special Duties Directorate of the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service is to cater for nano, small, medium enterprises in Lagos to ensure that you have ease in doing your businesses, you understand the regulations of government that you should comply with, and that we create an enabling environment for you to comply with it and to be able to go about your business, educating you on a daily, enlightening you, and letting you know what you need to do, when and how and where you need to do them to comply with the Lagos State and the federal government regulations for your businesses. Thank you.
So when they're telling us pay taxes, there's always that informal sector. Informal sector are people like artisans, mechanics, the woman selling bully, traders, maybe even POS machine operators. And the government has told us that everybody earning below 800,000 won't pay tax. But we're still confused on how about, because sometimes we're still being asked to pay taxes. So can you help us understand the income threshold and what exactly it entails?
Okay, thank you. So that's our line of duty. And it's to ensure that we simplify the conversation so that people are able to understand it. So this conversation on, there's a minimum threshold, there's tax to be paid, there are exemptions to be given. The first thing that you need to know as a business owner is that once you are resident in any state in Nigeria, you have to, between the 1st of January and the 31st of March, to file your individual returns. And what does this really mean? It just means that you are going to present a state of affairs of your business, letting us know whether you've been able to generate any income and make profit, or whether you were not able to make profit at all. Because the government is trying to give exemptions to business owners. But there's no how it's written on the face that, I did not make profit in business. So that is where you come in. Once you file your returns and you make that information available, there would now be a justification for government to say, you're exempted and you should not pay tax. But we cannot just hand out exemptions to people without knowing whether they are deserving of it.
Okay, let me come to our audience. I want a microphone. Please, can I get a mic to our audience? Mama J, what do you do? What's your business? Get me, what's your own business? Get the microphone.
I do lady wear.
Lady wear. So you sell?
Yes.
You buy from, where do you buy your material? From the market. And then you sell to people. Yes. Now, for someone like her, does she pay tax?
Okay, so for someone like her, the first thing is that every individual here must file returns. So filing of returns is different from paying tax.
Okay.
So filing of returns is coming out every year to declare whether you earned or you did not earn.
Okay.
You might be in paid employment and have your business by the side. You might just be running a business. So that is condition precedent to now knowing whether you should pay tax. So everybody here must divorce tax payments from filing of returns.
Let's pause there.
Yes.
Please have a seat. Do you understand what she just said? There are two things. Pay your tax, pay your tax, pay your tax. That one is one hand. But before we even talk about pay your tax, let's even know what you are doing. So that was my mama told me, I remember your name yesterday. Yeah, Auntie Jumoke. Minerals, pure water. For someone like her now, what she's supposed to do is file tax. Tell LIRS, I sell orange, I sell drinks, I sell water. This is what I am making every month. So when they now get the filing, they now determine, should I tax her or not tax her? So they can exempt her. You, no mama, am I worried? It's not tax. Or, you're making plenty money, you buy low work. So it's filing, there are two different things. So now, filing, I wanted to know what you're doing. So to file, how do they file?
Yes, so I greet all of you now. Sonu, it's a pleasure to be here. Well done. Because as I said earlier, the conversation on tax in the informal sector is to bring it all the way down.
So everybody.
No biggie grammar.
Yes.
So that everybody is able to understand. Because we found out that when you understand, you are then able to comply.
Yes.
But when you don't understand that they are reading out sections to you and all that, how waiting concern trader with section? You understand? So how do you comply? The first thing is that when you are doing or starting a business, one of the things beyond your having money or capital for your business is that you must find out what are the regulations of the state or the country where I want to do business. That is what will now inform whether you should be having a signage, because you know you have to pay LASA. That is when you know whether you are going to be generating waste, you have to pay LOMA. That is when you know whether you should do a glass in front of your shop, and you now know that you have to pay local government extension. So knowing the regulations that govern your business is important. Before you start hotel or restaurant, you know whether you have to pay VAT or consumption or whatever. So it is important that you understand the regulations that guide your business.
Can I pause you? Sorry.
Yes.
Do you get that? Who is the business owner here and ticked all those boxes? You're a business owner, you checked to be sure the law of the land before you can bring your glass box outside. Because when local government come and say, yeah, come and pay tax, it's because you've extended and they must pay. So have you seen that those things must be checked before you even start starting a business at all? Continue, ma'am.
Yeah. So you see that the conversation is beyond, oh, I have an idea, oh, I have money. It is that to be able to do your business peaceably, you must tick the box of regulation. One of it, which I represent, is tax payment. So you should not wait for us to come to knock kokoko on your door and say you should come and register. You are the one that should look for us and say, I have started business, so I want to start business. So as a lawyer, there's what they call pre-registration processing. So you must know that you should go and register, because once you allow them to come, there is a penalty involved. Where you do not file your returns, there is a penalty involved.
So Mama Jumoke should have also contacted you first.
Yes.
Before setting up her minerals business.
Yes, but even now that you have not even contacted us, it is not too late. But the filing of returns is a strict liability. If you do not file your returns between the 1st of January and 31st of March, immediately it's 1st of April, you have a penalty of 100,000. And every other month, yes. That is why it is important. You should not say, oh, I'm a retiree, oh, I don't have money, I did not make business, I did not make profit. You must register and file your returns.
Okay. I think if that's all we have information today, I think that we've achieved something. I want to pass the mic. Who has a question? Because it's important you have information. And we have them for the whole season. So they'll be coming here twice a month to be educating us. So let me pass the mic to the lady at the back. Where's the microphone? Let me pass it to the lady at the back.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
So I want to ask a question. Me, I do Asun.
Asun, yes.
So I don't have a shop yet.
Okay.
So what about me that I do delivery on, when you order, I do the Asun for you.
Okay.
So how am I going to pay my tax and how would I
How do you actually file?
Okay, so the law, now I'm going to tell you the law, and then I would explain it. The law says every taxable adult, without compulsion, without demand, must file their returns. So it did not say every business owner with shop or without shop. Even if you are operating on Instagram, social media, as long as you are earning an income from a business, you must look for the nearest tax office and go and register your presence as a business owner.
Please, let me pass the mic. And that's a yes, ma'am.
Good day, ma'am.
Yes.
I want to ask, if I now come and register mine, and I see all my neighbors, they are not registering and they are making money, and nothing is done to them, is it not that I have just come and expose myself?
Thank you. That's a fantastic question.
It's a good question. But the reality is that every man to himself. So you might think that, oh, now they are not doing anything. But remember what I said, that there's a penalty attached. So the penalty is not capped by months. It is a penalty that any day, any year, any decade that the person is found, they would calculate it from the time the law started. And now you now find out that for people that should pay zero tax, they will now be paying 1 million, 2 million, 500,000, 200,000 as penalty for not filing. So every business owner, you have you are charged with the responsibility and the duty, and as a citizen of Nigeria, to comply with the law.
All right.
For the peace of your business.
Okay. Mama J wanted something. Go ahead. Mama J wants something.
Good morning, ma'am. Okay, so based on some of the information you've actually given now, I happen to be someone who files with the Lagos State government. Well, here is the issue I have. You said somebody who is starting a business on survival basis, how does the person want to collate all of this information together to know that I have to go to the signage, I have to go to the... It's overwhelming. So what's the process to break this thing really down and make it easy for everybody?
Thank you.
That's my first question.
Okay.
Then the next question is, for those that pay tax, what's the yardstick? For instance, I was to do a project in Lagos that was over a year ago, and they told me to bring my tax clearance. I brought it. I went to the LIRS office, which I did, and I paid for 3 years because that's the minimum requirement. Now, I'm coming back this 2026 to file for 2025 because the one I filed for was 22, 23, and 24. Now, I'm back there, and they're telling me that by default, because I paid before, I already have outstanding 50,000 here, without even knowing what I'm even yet to pay. And the whole thing looks so cumbersome that you don't even know what is next.
Calculated.
So how do we calculate all of these things?
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. You would understand and realize with me that the process of visa application is cumbersome. But because you want to travel, you subject yourself to it. Because you want to go to university, you subject yourself to WAEC and JAMB, because those are the conduits for you to get admission. So that's the reality of life. For whatever you want to do, there is a bottleneck or a conduit that you have to transit or go through before you can get to that promised land. And for purpose of business, yes, you might say, oh, some people are going into business for survival, but survival means that you don't have the requisite things. But going into business, you already have the funds or whatever. And there are laws that are guiding the rules. If you want to be a distributor with any of these fast-moving consumer goods, you have to register. You have to fulfill a minimum threshold of funds. So that is how tax is also. You want to do a business, you have to know the laws of the land.
Oh, we have to wrap it up. Thank you so much. We can't go more than this because, as I said, they'll be coming back twice a month to share with us. So they're always going to be here because they are now our new sponsor. But one thing I want you to know is that information is key. And it's just better for you to know. So no matter what business, what I think you should take from here is that no matter what business you are doing, as long as you have any income, you have to go to the LIRS office to alert them. I am Mr. Lagbaja, I am selling minerals. I'm selling granite, I'm selling boli. This is what I do. So once you notify them, it doesn't mean they'll tax you. What they need to do is just to know, identify who you are, and then they can now officially exempt you and say, nobody should tax you. They can protect you. That's the only way they can protect you. I think that information is enough for today. That's all we can do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much
for being here.